What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Marlon back with another video. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in. If you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe as we're trying to reach 3,000 subs on the channel. Also, please make sure to leave a like, comment, share, as it makes a massive difference. So when I look at the analytics on my channel, I noticed that the biggest demographic that watches my videos is young men from the ages of 18 to 24. For the most part, it looks like, guys that are probably going to college or university or maybe getting into the workforce. A lot of times, I noticed that it's guys, they're trying to get some type of fashion or style advice and tips in general, or just general inspiration from me. In fact, a lot of the DMs that I receive on Instagram are from guys asking me questions about where to shop, how to style these pants, or how to style this shirt, that type of stuff. So I really wanted to dedicate this video to you guys. Obviously, anybody can use this video as reference, so whether you're younger or older than the demographic that I described, you can still watch this video. That's more views for me, so I love it, right? But today I want to share with you guys 9 different tips that I use and that you can personally use to build your own personal style. So if that is something that interests you, make sure to stick throughout the whole video so you guys can hear all the tips that I will share with you guys. And without further ado, we're gonna get started and get into the video. So before I share with you guys tip number 1, I want you guys to do a quick self-assessment, okay? So I want you guys to figure out, what are you drawn towards? So let's say you go to Instagram and you go to your discovery page, you go to TikTok, you see outfits. What speaks to you the most? Are you more drawn towards the outfits that are the streetwear? Or are you more into the casual looks? Are you more into the more dressy, professional look? What do you like? That's what you have to figure out. I can't answer that for you guys, but that's something you want to look into to figure out how to get started with building your own personal style. Obviously, this will change, over time. You may like something now, but then as you get older, you may like something different. That's normal. Even in a year, you might notice a difference. That's called growth. We all go through that. I go through that personally, but I want you guys to figure that out. And to help you guys figure that out, the first tip would be figure out what type of lifestyle do you live. So forget about what's going on in the world right now. If you were to still go to school, go on campus, or if you were working and going to the office, how would you want to dress, right? If you go to school, then the good news is that you don't have as many limitations in terms of what you can wear. So you can really, you can go into the casual looks if that's something that interests you more. You can go into more the streetwear style if that's something that interests you more as well, right? If you're working, it's a bit different, because if you work in the corporate world, obviously, depending on where you work, because obviously there's places that are more lenient than others, but you won't be able to wear distressed jeans and stuff like that, right? You're probably gonna have to wear more casual clothes. So, obviously you can still wear the streetwear on the weekends, but for the most part, you will be buying a lot of casual stuff to wear at the office. So that can kind of give you an idea of, what to wear. But then again, you're free to kind of choose what you want to do. Tip number 2 would be to start with the basics. And what I mean by starting with the basics is this. You want to look at your style and your fashion and the way you dress, your personal style, as a house or like a pyramid, So when you start with the basics, you have to start with the foundation. You have to start with the bricks, the wood, the cement, that type of stuff. And in the fashion sense, what I mean by that is, do you have, stuff like a plain white tee? Do you have a plain black tee? Do you have a pair of dark denim jeans with no, no holes, no distress on it? Do you have a regular hoodie, like a regular black hoodie, for example? Do you have a pair of just regular white sneakers? If you don't have that, I suggest you start with that. Especially if you're younger, 18, 19, around that age. You can really get away with wearing that and really making that your go-to look. The great thing about this style is that it's so simple that, you can literally have one hoodie, one pair of dark denim, and you can wear that every day and it won't look bad, and it won't look like you're wearing the same stuff every day. While if you buy clothes that are more flashy, but that's all you have, obviously people will notice you more, so then they will notice that you're wearing the same stuff more. So that's why you want to start with the basics, just so you have something to kind of refer to. You can literally just put that on and you will always at least look presentable. You can pretty much find dark denim everywhere, but I would maybe suggest a store like Zara or H&M. If you don't have too much money to spend, I think that's a great way to start. You can also get a pair of Levi jeans. Now these are more expensive, but it's a lot more higher quality, so that's something that I would suggest as well. For a regular hoodie, white tees, black tees, I would actually suggest a store like Uniqlo, as it makes clothes that's very cost effective and also great quality. And for regular white sneakers, I think the best to me is the regular Air Force One, because it's comfortable and it's just a classic. Anyone can wear it. If you want some other ideas, if you don't like the Air Force Ones, which would be weird, but it is what it is, you can go with some white Vans. You can also get some Converse, but I personally think you should go with the regular Air Force Ones. Now, obviously, personally, I don't dress like this anymore. My go-to has changed over time. Now, I would say in my case, it's more of like a cargo pants with some sneakers, a t-shirt, like, it could be a graphic tee or just a regular tee, and a flannel. That's usually what I go with, or, I can switch off the flannel for a hoodie. So I mean, it's still kind of resembles what I was talking about, you know, but it's just now I can have a bit more variety because I've built my style already. So tip number 3 would be to use trends, but don't let trends use you. And what I mean by that is you want to incorporate trends into what you wear and what you like, you know, into your personal style. You don't want to just buy something because it's trendy and because you see other people wearing it. It has to make sense to you. Your personal style is based on your personality and what you like. So just buy stuff because you like it, not because you see other people wear it. I'll give you an example. In my case, you know, I used to be into skinny jeans, kind of like anybody else, right? But, you know, as I started seeing more cargo pants, things like that, I decided to give it a try. And what I noticed is that I liked them. Also, it made sense in the way I dress. It made sense to add cargos, and it just made my style kind of level up, and it looks good with what I wear. But there's some things that are out there that I don't really like, to be honest. Like, for example, super chunky shoes, it's not for me, even if it was trendy. You have to make sure that the stuff that you buy makes sense for you. Tip number 4 would be to incorporate colors, but make sure that it's colors that look good on you, because that's very important. At the end of the day, guys, fashion and, you know, a good outfit is all about contrast. You have to wear colors that really contrast your skin and really makes you stand out. And the best way to do so is to figure out your undertone. So in my case, I'm dark skinned, right? I'm black and I have a warm undertone. So people that have a warm undertone can wear like bright colors like orange, yellow, pastel colors in general. Those look really good on us. I'm not gonna get into too much detail when it comes to undertones. I can make a different video on that, but if I go into that right now, it's gonna be too long. I used to wear a lot of colors like beige and maybe like a light pink and things like that, like a lot of navy, black, but I feel like my style really leveled up in 2019 when I really started to incorporate bright colors like orange and neon and all that stuff. Now, I'm not wearing neon as much anymore because I think it's a bit too much, but I still wear a lot of orange because it looks good on my skin, you know? So that's what I mean, you know, you have to incorporate colors that look good. The only colors that I stay away from are like colors that are a bit too similar to my skin tone, so like a brown. And it's not that it looks ugly, it's just that it doesn't favor me. And that's why I stick to colors that have a better contrast with my skin. Make sure to incorporate colors that look good on you, and you'll see you'll get a lot more compliments on your outfit. Tip number 5 would be to not put yourself in a box. What I mean by that is you don't want to dress one way. You want to be as versatile as possible. I think the people that dress the best are people that can actually, you know, rock anything and kill it, you know? So it can be streetwear, it can be smart casual look, it can be professional, you know, dressed up look, and they look good in anything. If you're able to do that, I'm telling you, you will always get compliments, and you will be known to be that guy that knows how to dress. For me personally, I feel like when it comes to the smart casual look and the streetwear look, I'm doing decent, right? What I want to actually work on is having more suits and just more dressier clothes, like loafers, shirts that I can wear when I go out, things like that, you know? That's something that I do want to work on, but that comes with time, and that's also because I'm 26, you know, so I'm getting closer to 30, so obviously I'm starting to think about these types of looks. If you're younger, try to have, you know, a couple of outfits of each. That way you can be very versatile and you can look the best possible. And my tip number 6 actually kind of ties in with tip number 5, which would be to find style inspiration and style icon. Kind of scroll through IG and figure out some of the people that you actually want to dress like. I think there's nothing wrong with copying a style, like copying an outfit that you see from someone, because the way you wear it is going to be different from the way they wear it. Unless you guys are identical twins, there's obviously going to be a difference in the way you guys wear the same outfit. In my case, around like my college years, I was really into like Teacher Men's fashion, for example. You know, I was able to get a lot of inspiration from him. Another guy that I followed on Instagram was Rowan Rowe. He was a big inspiration when I was getting into the workforce and top coats and all that stuff, you know. The only issue is that, you know, he's white and I'm black, so there's obviously some differences there. My best advice would be to maybe find style icons that actually look like you. It's going to be a lot easier to, you know, have outfit ideas and things like that. Tip number 7, guys, is something that I don't see mentioned too often in videos, but I do think it's important, is your body shape matters. Don't worry too much about your height because that's not something you can control. Depending on your body shape, depending on your size, your frame, there's some things you will and will not be able to wear. So, you know, if you're on the skinnier side, there's some things that you probably won't look as good in, and the same thing if you're a bigger guy. So my best advice is to stay in the gym, you know, stay fit, build the best body possible so that you can literally have the options to wear anything and you can become as versatile as possible, and it's gonna just level up your style in general. However, you want to be careful in not getting too big, and the reason why is because that's actually going to limit you. And the perfect example of this is someone that I really respect in the fitness industry and that I find as a big inspiration. It's Simeon Panda. I remember seeing a picture of Simeon Panda wearing a blazer, and he's my height, he's 6'1", you know. He's so wide that the blazer just looked off, you know, because his shoulders are super square, so like the blazer looked kind of like, he kind of looked like a box kind of, you know. Keep that in mind, you know, you want to be in shape. I think you should really try to go for the lean athletic look, You know, you're gonna be functional, you're gonna be in shape, right? You're still gonna have good size on you, good muscles, but you will still be able to dress the way you want to. Tip number 8, guys, is add jewelry to your collection. The best way to improve your style and to build your personal style is by adding jewelry, adding your watch, maybe a chain or a bracelet or something, you know. This is something that I don't see enough young guys do. And if you start doing that young, you're gonna stand out from other guys that are not doing it. So I actually started wearing a watch at like 23, if I'm not mistaken, 22 or 23, which is pretty late. So if you're 18 and you're rocking a nice little simple watch, you're ahead of the game already. And last but not least, guys, the tip number 9 is confidence. The most important thing about dressing the way you wanna dress is having the confidence to actually wear those clothes. Let's say you're someone that wants to wear suits every day, for example. If every time you wear a suit, you feel kind of weird, you know, you feel like people are staring at you, people are gonna notice that you're not really confident and you're not comfortable wearing those clothes. So you wanna make sure that you have that confidence to wear whatever it is, because it's gonna make your outfits look even better. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why my outfits, for the most part, look good, is because, you know, I wear it with confidence. There's a lot of stuff that people won't wear that, you know, I don't mind wearing, and that comes with dressing the way you want to dress. Obviously, there's people that may not necessarily like what you're wearing, but as long as you like it and as long as you feel good in it, as long as you look good in it, that's all that matters. So keep that in mind, guys. Confidence is super important when building your personal style. So those were the 9 tips I wanted to share with you guys today. Thank you guys if you stuck through the whole video. Really appreciate it. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like if you haven't done so. Subscribe as well, and share the video if you want to. And yeah, so that was it for me. My name is Marlon, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.